This video is part 2 of our 16 days vacation in France. On day 3 we spent the entire day at the Louvre Museum. The Louvre Museum is the former palace of French monarchs and now home to the largest museum in the world with more than 600,000 artworks. The building surrounding this pyramid is where all the artworks are displayed. The Louvre collection includes iconic paintings like the Mona Lisa and famous sculptures such as the Winged Victory of Samothrace. Opposite the pyramid of the Louvre Museum stands the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel. In 1806, Napoleon ordered the construction of 2 triumphal arches. One is the Arc de Triomphe de l'Étoile for the entry of troops. Second is this Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel for the entrance of honor to the Tuileries Palace, the emperor's official residence. We entered the Louvre through the stairs on the side of the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel. We started at the Sully Wing, level -1, at the medieval Louvre, which depicts the history of the Louvre. Built in 1190 to 1202, the Louvre was initially a fortress to defend the capital city, before it was transformed for royal occupation. It expanded into a palace that was both a seat of political power and residence for artists. It became a museum in 1793. Some stones bear engraved marks made by stonecutters who were paid by piecework. These marks were used to keep track of and compensate the artisans' work. The Venus of Milo was discovered in April 1820 on the island of Nilos in Greece. This Greek marble sculpture, whose sculptor is unknown, is dated from about 120 BC. This statue is believed to depict Aphrodite, the goddess of love, known to the Romans as Venus. The Winged Victory dates from the Hellenistic period. Greek sculptors at the time began to create statues made for three-dimensional settings in which they were placed. The Winged Victory, for example, was not intended to be looked at front-on but rather from a 3/4 left angle. The Gallery of Apollo was first built in the 16th century and as part of the Louvre, is considered as both a national and World Heritage Site. After a fire in the small gallery, this was rebuilt between 1661 and 1663. Charles Le Brun decorated the room with the main theme revolving around the movement of the sun through time and space, and the figure of Apollo glorifying Louis as the Sun King. The main attractions of the Petite Gallery, other than the lavish decoration of the room itself, are the remaining pieces of the French crown jewels. At the same level one as the Gallery of Apollo is the famous Mona Lisa. You can see the multitude of people trying to get close to the relatively small painting of the Mona Lisa. This old painting by Leonardo da Vinci was painted sometime between 1503 and 1519. In 1911, the painting was stolen and recovered in 1914, which generated unprecedented popularity. In the same room across the Mona Lisa is the painting of the wedding feast at Cana, the biggest painting in the Louvre, at 5 meters high and 10 meters wide. In the Coronation of Napoleon painting, it is possible to see the outline of what was originally painted, with Napoleon holding the crown over his own head, as they actually happened. The Napoleon III apartments are at the Richelieu wing. These were not the emperor's private quarters but were used by the Minister of State for official entertainment. Napoleon III never lived in these apartments, he lived at the Tuileries Palace nearby. The apartments have been open to the public since 1993. On our way out, we saw the marble sculpture of the sleeping hermaphrodite. The story is that Hermaphroditus, son of Hermes and Aphrodite, rejected the advances of the nymph Salmacis. Zeus then agrees to her wish to merge their bodies into a single being with both genders. The original Greek work, now lost, is attributed to Polycles at about 150 BC. Then in 1619, Bernini sculpted the mattress beneath the ancient marble statue. It is amazing how the artist was able to portray the softness of the mattress in marble. We spent around 5 hours at the Louvre and left at around closing time. Outside, we marveled at the sight of the Louvre and the Arc with the lights on. We passed by the Tuileries Garden and rested our feet watching the ducks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Watch out for part 3 of my France diaries featuring Normandy. Don't forget to like and subscribe.